Fantastic. Nana is joining us from the UK. She's a first timer. Okay, I want to see our responses. I want to see our responses. I want to see our responses. Okay, first time from Ghana. I can see that's Afia. Sambo says from Nigeria, first timer. Okay, fantastic. Let's keep it coming. I can see people from the UK. I can see people from the UK. And okay, second timer. Chika the second timer. Okay, great. Fantastic. All right. So while that is rolling in, okay, while that is rolling in, all right, I have a second question for everyone. And this is going to come with a twist, a little bit of twist. So I'll share my screen, okay, and I would also share a link with us in the chat. Okay, I'll share a link with us in the chat. And it's going to come with a question. And the question is very simple, right? What exactly are you here for today? Okay, why are you here today? Okay, why are you here today? So you'd type in your answer, okay, and I'll share my screen and show you your responses. So you'd see what other people are typing as well. It's completely anonymous. Okay, so no need to bother about that. So I'll put the link in the chat now, and then I'll go ahead and present my screen. Okay, I'll present my screen. I've started the poll. So tell us why you are here today. Tell us why you are here today. Tell us why you're here today. So I've put the link in the chat. Okay, so I want to get as many responses as possible. So let's see if we are all on the same page. Are we here for the same reason today? Let us know why you're here. Let us know why you are here. I can see just one person is responding at the moment. One person is typing. So I put the link in the chat. If you're wondering where the link is, I'll put it again. Or you can simply just scan the QR code I see here on my screen. All right. So I've put the link in the chat. I'll put it again in case if you are just you can click on the link and send in your response. Okay, click on the link, send in your response. We are currently close to 20 on the call. I want to see at least 20 responses. Okay, one participant is typing. Okay, to know more about analytics. So Afia, okay, I want to know more about Scrum Master role. Fantastic. So you can see on my screen that somebody has said that they want to know more about the Scrum Master role. Okay, and that you will today. You're going to learn about the Scrum Master role today. So I want to see more, okay, to know more about Scrum Master. Fantastic. Okay, so I want more responses in here. Okay, click on the link I put in the chat, and all you need to do is answer the question. Okay, answer the question, and let's see if we are all here for the same reason today. Okay, so I'll give us just a couple of minutes, 2 more minutes, and then we'll set the ball rolling. Okay, 2 more minutes for us to respond, and then I'll set the ball rolling. 2 more minutes to respond, and then I will set the ball rolling. Okay, two people to know what analytics have to offer. Fantastic. That you will also today. You will know that today as well. I want to know more about, okay, would like to see what an on-the-job day look like. Fantastic. And we have a professional ground who would share, her own experience with you. Okay, over a decade of experience practicing Scrum and the Agile process. Should share experience with you in a bit. Okay, but I want to see what the lots of us have come here for today. So to know about Scrum Master. Okay, great. So I think quite a couple of people want to know what Scrum Master is all about. Okay, so fantastic. So I'll keep the poll on, so you can keep on, responding while I, introduce you. For those of us who are first timers, I'll introduce you to who we are here at Analytics, and also um, our professional that we have in-house who will be telling us a bit about who a Scrum Master is, share experience with us, and then I will be walking you through on how you can become a Scrum Master yourself, should you choose to accept it. Okay, so let's confirm one more time. Can we all see my screen? You can do that in the chat. Number one, just start number one if you can see my screen, or yes. And mind you, responses are still coming in, as you can see. Responses are still coming in. So let's keep the responses coming in. 5 people have responded. Okay. So, okay, one. Okay, we can see my screen. Fantastic. So today is all about why you are here. And we're going to be telling you about what roadmap you need to follow if you want to become a Scrum Master this year. What do you need to do to become a Scrum Master this year? Okay, so I'll go ahead and first off, for the benefit of those of us who are meeting Analytics for the very first time, Analytics is an edtech, all right? We're an edtech firm, and what we are passionate about is very simple. We want to help people of the Black community, Africans generally, to get into the tech space as easily as possible. And that's because myself and my team members, we've had our own fair share of experience trying to get into the space as well. I'll tell you more about myself, okay, and how I found it difficult to get into the tech space myself. So because we are experienced in how we've walked the ropes, we've been there before, we know exactly how you can find it a lot more easier to get into the tech space yourself. And that's why we exist as an organization. Okay. And when you get to work, I've got to work at the global level. And each time I'm in a team, I notice that I'm either the only Black person within the team, or just a handful of us are Black persons across the entire organization on a global scale. So we want to change that narrative. That's why we exist here at Analytics. How are we doing that? We've selected and thoughtfully selected some tech career paths like data analytics, business analysis, data engineering, data science, financial analytics, Scrum, HR analytics, as well as cybersecurity. And this is based on data. Okay, based on data. And we'll talk more about some of these career paths, most especially Scrum Master today. And you get to work with facilitators from top organizations like, who we've brought on board today to tell us a bit about who a Scrum Master is and also share experience with us. Okay. So you work with professionals who currently work the job um, that that coincides with the career path that you have chosen, right? So they currently work as either a data analyst or a Scrum Master, okay? And they will be walking you through on how you can become a Scrum Master yourself using their own experience. And that's the best way to learn. You learn experientially so that when you get into the job market and you get a job, you hit the ground running, bringing a host of experience, even if you've learned it for just a couple of months. All right. And that's who we are here at Analytics. And I'll tell you a bit about myself. So my name is Mohammed Suleiman. I'm a senior data associate here at Analytics. And I have over half a decade of experience in data analytics as well as data science. And I've had the opportunity to work with, in Scrum teams. And I'll tell you what Scrum teams are. I will tell you what Scrum teams are in a bit. Okay. So I'm also a LinkedIn top voice, data visualization top voice. And I've had the opportunity to consult for one of the largest Italian luxury car brand in Alfa Romeo. I worked with their branch in the US. And what I did was very simple. I helped them transition from the current solution they had to a bespoke automated solution, reporting solution to be precise. And I also transitioned into the tech space. I had my background in mechanical engineering. Okay, up to date, I still fix cars. You know how deep I went into, mechanical engineering, right? I have a degree in mechanical engineering. One of my hobbies is fixing, complex vehicles, right? Like Mercedes, Alfa Romeo, Jaguar Land Rover, and all of that. So, but today here I am, working a tech job. I work as a data analyst, a data scientist, and I've also worked in Scrum teams as well. And because of my own personal experience getting into this space, the hurdles I had to cross, I've also been able to effectively help close to 2,000 people transition into the tech space. And I'm helping more people as well. And you can be one of the people, myself and my team member who is on the call here, to help into the tech space, right? So, and we have here with us Josephine Bosa. So, Josephine Bosa is a fantastic Scrum professional, and she has over a decade of experience, you know, using agile methodologies. I know you may not understand what agile means now, but don't worry, okay? Josephine will tell us what exactly agile is, share experience with us, walk us through, one or two things, and you would understand. Okay. Now, Josephine is one of the facilitators you're going to be working with should you choose to embark on a Scrum journey, okay, to become a Scrum Master. And she's a fantastic professional. I've worked with um, Josephine on so many projects as part of our Scrum team, and she'll be sharing her experience with you. Okay, she's also worked in financial services and in the edtech sector and has helped close to 1,000 people get into tech space. Are we excited to meet Josephine? Are we excited? If you're excited, just type I am excited in the chat. Type I am super excited in the chat. Type I am super excited to meet Josephine. That. If you're excited to meet Josephine, type I am excited in the chat. Okay, fantastic. Guest Val says, I'm excited. Chika says, I'm super excited to meet Josephine. Olamide says, I am excited and I'm expecting even more responses. Okay, so I'm super excited to be here as well. I'm also ready. I always learn from Josephine and I always enjoy hearing her speak. So, and today, is one other rare opportunity to once more hear Josephine speak. And I would invite Josephine to, tell us a bit about who a Scrum Master is and what they do. But just before that, let me tell you what we're going to do. So everything to know about, who a Scrum Master is, Josephine will tell us. Okay, and then I'll come and walk you through a roadmap for you to follow this year, should you choose to become a Scrum Master. Okay. And more importantly, I'll tell you about our Scrum program that's coming up on the 8th of June, next month, that you can also take part in. Okay. I'll talk about the internship. I'll show you some success stories, participants who have joined analytics and have gotten their very first tech jobs. Okay. And then I also have a fantastic early bird discount, which I'll be discussing towards the end of um, today's session. So I want you to stick around. And if you look into the chat, you'd see my team members posting the attendance link. So there's a form you need to fill for attendance. Okay. So we want you to fill that form so that you can get today's slides. You get the slides for this session, and you'd also get a recording of today's session. So you want to go over it again, you'd have the liberty to do so. So ensure to fill in the attendance form so you don't miss out on anything. Okay. So, hi Josephine, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. Hi, Suleiman.
Hi Josephine, how are you doing today?
I'm good. It rains today, and I'm happy about the weather. It's beautiful. How are we doing? How's everyone doing?
Yeah,
Hi,
I'm
guys.
doing fantastically well. Okay, people are excited to meet you. I'm super pumped as well. So I want you to take us
Yeah.
away.
still very excited to be here again. Any opportunity to talk about Scrum, I am really looking forward to.
Okay, I think sure. I think the
am I
audio is a bit.
audible before I go
I
ahead to
think it's
share
a bit, just a bit. Could you speak again, please?
Am I audible? Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. I can hear you
All
now.
right.
So, guys,
Okay.
type one in the chat if you can hear Josephine.
Yeah,
Type
if you
one in
can
the
hear
chat.
me, type one in the chat box so that I am certain that everyone can hear me because we're going to have an interesting ride. Okay. All right. So I'm seeing Chika. Hi, Chika. Okay, good. Abraham. Okay, your voice is breaking. Oh my gosh. All right. So guys, you need to pray for me. Okay. I'm in Nigeria and my network is bound to mess up. Let's not even pretend about it. Okay, it's bound to happen, and it rained in my area. So, guys, just pray for me that we're about to have a smooth ride without the network lag. Hi, hi, Chika, how you doing? Okay, guys, I'll just go ahead to share my screen and let's talk about Scrum. Scrum is one of the easiest parts to get into tech. So, if you're looking to transition into tech, you're looking to pivot into tech. This is one sure way to do that. Okay, please let me know if my screen is visible. Can you put it in the chat box that you can see my screen? All right. Can anyone see my screen? Let me know. Let me know. Uh, yes. Okay. Okay. Amara says yes. Chica. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay. So let's just talk about Scrum. I'm always excited to talk about Scrum because I remember when I wanted to start my tech journey, I tried coding, I tried a whole lot of things, and it was just Scrum that clicked. Why did it click? It was just going to do tech. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be looking at is what's Scrum and who is Scrum Master. Now I know that maybe some persons in this call are project managers and probably have one or two ideas about Scrum. The best way to make the most out of this masterclass is to have an open mind, okay? Because we will learn, we will relearn, and we will learn. So if you had one or two information about Scrum or about Agile, I'm going to put more depth to what you already and tell you how you can benefit as a Scrum Master. This is 2024. Tech money. I am I'm a testifier. Tech money is interesting. And if you want to transition into school, the best and the easiest, there's a whole lot of paths to tech. Okay? But one of the easiest ways to transition into Scrum is transition into tech, sorry, is Scrum. So let's talk about Scrum. Let's even go to the very basics. Scrum is an agile methodology that focuses on an iterative and iterative and incremental development. So when it comes to talking about Scrum, I'm not all about the buzzword. I'm not all about saying those terminologies. Anybody can learn about terminology. Anybody can go to YouTube and learn whatever they want to go. Understanding is really, really important for me. So I like breaking things down to the very, very smallest part of it. Okay, so let's talk about Scrum as an agile methodology. Now, there is no Scrum without project management. Everything started for project management. So sometimes when I tell people, when they say, "Oh, just what do you do?" I say, "I'm a Scrum Master." You get that thing like, some people just fake and like, okay, I get it, but I know they don't get it. It's easier to say, "What do?" You say, "Oh, I'm a project manager." Okay, you manage projects. It's really easy to understand. Okay, so but whatever part that you're coming from, project being a project manager or being a scrum master, they are all tilted towards one thing: project management. We are all managing projects. Now, the only difference between me as a scrum master and someone else who is a project manager is the methodology. And what is methodology? It's simply method. Leave the logic. Let's leave the logic. It's simply method. And this method differs. Okay. So let's just even look at it from a scenario, from a very good scenario that we're accustomed to. So let's say you're used to washing clothes with your hands. I grew up washing clothes used to washing clothes with your hand, and one day someone tells you, you know what, Josephine, I'm going to get you a washing machine. I want it to be easier for you. I want you to be able to do other things and not just, spend hours washing clothes with your hands. Now, that is a big shift. That is a shift from a manual way of doing things to an automatic way. Okay, because you're used to washing clothes with your hand, and washing clothes with your hand is strenuous. What does it? It takes a lot of effort, it takes time, it takes energy. A lot of hours are required. So you probably may be washing clothes for 2 to 3 hours. Okay, and that time could be used for other things. So if someone says, I don't want you to wash clothes with your hand anymore, I want you to use the washing machine that I've got for you, that's very effective. So it's moving from saying, oh, this manual method that is very strenuous, I want you to use the modern method, something automatic. And we all know that washing clothes with the washing machine is easier, it's effective, it's efficient. So while you put all the clothes into the washing machine, the remaining time that you have, you can use it to sort other things, other chores in the house. And that is simply the difference between a project manager and a scrum master. A project manager uses the waterfall method. I don't want to use methodology. It's going to look like some big words or some buzzwords. Guys, we're just going to break things down in this class. Okay. So the project manager is used to using the waterfall method. So any project manager you see today, you ask them, as a project manager, how do you carry out your duties? How do you manage projects? How do you manage projects? The project manager will tell you, I manage projects using the waterfall methodology. But then it's different. Okay, and I can hear someone saying, Josephine, okay, so what happened? What's about the waterfall methodology? Why do I even have a job as a Scrum Master? It's because the waterfall methodology is a manual method. It's a traditional method. It's strenuous. Remember, washing with your hand. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes energy. A whole lot goes into washing with your hands. Okay, so over time, organizations have seen that the waterfall methodology is not getting the work done. And when it comes to organization, 3 things matter. Any organization that you're working with, if you even start a startup today, whatever, however small or minute it is, whatever number it is, organizations are passionate about 3 things. They're passionate about speed. They're passionate about flexibility. They are passionate about being ingenious, honest. Anything. They just want to know, how fast can I get to the market? To the market. And so that's the whole place Agile was better. Agile is gives you speed. Agile takes your product to the market on time, right? So I'll give you a very good example of social that we know. We have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the likes. If Zuckerberg had not come up with Facebook, someone else will. All right. And there are ideas that you have in your mind right now. They're probably just staying as ideas and you're not using them. That is still waterfall. Agile is saying whatever idea you have in mind, you don't need to wait. Let's get it rolling. You don't need to know everything. You don't need to understand the end from the beginning. You just need to roll out things in bits. Okay, so let's talk about who the Scrum Master is, okay? Let's look at who the Scrum Master is. The Scrum Master plays a vital role facilitating the effective use of Scrum practice, enabling the team to deliver high quality products iteratively and incrementally. So ignore the buzzwords, guys. Scrum Master, just like the word implies. Scrum Master, a master of Scrum. A master of Scrum. You understand Scrum like nobody else does. You are the master of Scrum. It's just like the washing machine scenario that I gave, okay? There are washing machines that are peculiar, or depending on the make or the product. Now, if you move from washing with your hands to using a washing machine, you need to first of all understand how to use the washing machine, right? Washing machines are peculiar, okay? So you need to first of all understand, where do I turn on the washing machine? At what point do I put the soap or whatever activations that you need to wash, you need to use in the washing machine. So you need to study the washing machine. And that's why a lot of all these products come with the manual. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. For you to be a Scrum Master, you need to master Scrum. You need to understand the Scrum principles. You need to understand the Scrum practices. You just need to know Scrum inside out. And once you do that, organizations will be training you. You are premium. The Scrum Master job is in high demand. Why? It's simply one basic reason. You understand the method of shipping products or services to the market faster. And you agree with me that these things are a game of numbers. Okay. Every organization don't care about whatever they, yeah, they got products and services, but it's all about the ROI, the return on investment. Who is going to take our product to the market fast? They want to get the bulk of the market share. Okay, so that is what the organizations are looking at, and that's what you have as a Scrum Master. You're able to take whatever product and services that they have, ship it to the market fast. And you know, a lot of organizations are into a lot of things, and it's a competition. You have tech organizations, you have fintech, they're into different products and services. And that same product that one organization is doing is the same thing different organizations are also doing numbers for them. Now, that you're going to be doing. I've talked about the method. The method is different. We don't do waterfall as a Scrum Master. We adopt the agile method of most efficient, it's very effective, it's very flexible to change. Okay. Now, as a Scrum Master, the major is coaching and mentoring, right? So if you're someone who tilts into leadership, because the Scrum Master role is a leadership role. As a Scrum Master, you're already top management. You're going to be leading other tech skills. So as a Scrum Master, you're going to be leading the Scrum team. Call them the Scrum team. Inside analysts, the software engineers, name it, whatever tech career path or skill sets that you know is inside the Scrum team. And your job as a Scrum Master is to coach and mentor everybody in the Scrum team. Now, the first thing you're going to be doing is to guide the Scrum team. Remember that nobody in the Scrum team knows Scrum as you do, and that's why you're called the Scrum Master. It's not literally what the career is called, Scrum Master, Master of Scrum. Nobody knows Scrum as much as you do. So because of your unique knowledge of Scrum, you're going to use it to guide the Scrum team. And like I said, the beautiful thing about Scrum Masters is that you're going to be working with everyone in the tech ecosystem, because the Scrum team is made up of a whole lot of skill sets. In the Scrum team, you're going to see the software engineer. In the Scrum team, you're going to see the data analyst, the business analyst, the DevOps engineer, name it. And you're going to be working with everybody. You're going to be leading, literally leading the team. Okay. And one of the things you will do is to ensure adherence to the Scrum principles. So the Scrum principles is just like our Bible, it's just like our Quran. It's the principles that guides everybody in the Scrum team. This is what we are made of. So in the Scrum team, what we follow is the Scrum principles. And if the Scrum team will follow the Scrum principles to the letter, they are going to be dishing out products in the market very fast, which is what these organizations want. And that's why the Scrum Master job is in high demand, because they know you have the technical know-how, everything to get their product in the market fast. You're going to be supporting continuous improvement. Life is all about improvement, because when you go through an iteration, let me talk about what an iteration is. An iteration is like a rinse and repeat approach. It's like a feedback. Okay, let's even break it down. Let's break it down even more further. Okay, so let's do this. A lot of us are 9 to 5ers. Okay, you go to work, and we do an iteration every day. We just don't know it's called an iteration. In Scrum, it's called an iteration. So what's that iteration that we do every day? We even did it today. For those people who are even in business or 9 to 5ers, so this is the iteration. I'm going to try. It's not going to be perfect. Okay, so you wake up every morning. You pray, you take your bath, you prep for work, you get to work, you do your task, you come back, and you do the same thing over and over again. So you basically do the same thing from Monday to Fridays for those who work from Monday to Friday. And there are people who work from Monday to Sunday. So you're doing the same thing. Wake up, eat, take your bath, go to work, come back, wake up, eat. So that's an iteration. That's a feedback loop. That's a rinse and repeat approach. So that is the same thing we do in Scrum. We do a feedback, we do a rinse and repeat approach, get an increment, get a value, do the same thing, get a value. So we get value in bits and in bits. Now let's even break this. What is this increment? What is this value thing Josephine is talking about? Okay, so we do this thing. Scrum is like your life. Scrum is our daily life. If you can see Scrum from your daily living aspect, you're going to enjoy Scrum. So when I talk about increments and I talk about something like an iteration, remember an iteration is a rinse and repeat approach, just the same thing you do every day. Wake up, go to work, come back, do the same thing. Now, an increment is that value, that thing you get at the end of the day. So there are things that we do. We actually do these things. Every day we have a to-do list, okay? Whether you're making a mental to-do list or you're actually writing it down, there are to-do lists. So we wake up in the morning and say, you know what, I want to do X, Y, Z. In fact, being in this masterclass is your mental to-do. It was part of what you said you wanted to do today, all right? So you have a mental list that this is what I'm going to do today, that at the end of today, I should be able to achieve something. Okay, so that is the way we do. At the end of the iteration, which is like the rinse and repeat approach, we achieve something. So when you look back at today, in the evening, you're reminiscing of, okay, what did I do today? I attended a master class, I went to work, I closed out on 3 to 4 tasks and all of that. Those are your increments. Those are the value you were able to get out of 24 hours. There was something you got out of 24 hours. That is the same thing with Scrum. We do the iteration and get a value, no matter how small. We start again today. So even if you didn't achieve anything today, that's fine. Scrum is saying, we get it. If you don't achieve anything today, 24 hours today, that's okay. We have tomorrow to repeat the same process, hoping you do better, you achieve something, no matter how small. We provide feedback and guidance. With Scrum, it's all about feedback because Scrum is saying that if we want to build a car, what are we even talking about? Let's not use car. I'm a foodie. So those who are in my WhatsApp group, please put it down there. I'm a foodie. I have a WhatsApp group for foodies. Okay, so let's use food, something you and I can relate with. Okay, so let's use food. Let's say we have a project of cooking jollof rice, and you guys know that Nigerian jollof rice is best. If you think otherwise, that's fine. Don't put it down in the comment section. I think Nigerian jollof rice is the best. Okay, so we have a project. All right, we have a project, and our project is to cook jollof rice. Now let's use Agile to cook this jollof rice. I'm looking at the feedback and guidance. So Agile is saying that while we're trying to cook jollof rice, we may not have all the ingredients, it's fine. But let's identify what we have. For those who know what it takes to cook a good jollof rice, put it in the comment section for me. I want to know people are following. I'm not just talking and, a lot of people are not following, are not seeing. If you know what it takes to cook a good jollof rice, the ingredients it takes to cook a good jollof rice, put it in the comment section for me. I'm going to be looking at the comment section right now. I want to know if we have good cooks. And okay, guys, who Pepe? I'm seeing Amara say Pepe. What does it take to cook a good jollof rice? Because I want to explain cooking jollof rice using Agile right now. Using Agile, it's very possible. Amara says pepper and onions. Okay. What else? Remember, I bragged the Nigerian. I bragged that Nigerian jollof rice is the best. So don't fall my hands. Okay, Chika say rice, oil, onions, tomato. I'll see someone say party jollof rice. You must be a foodie, Jamie. Okay, tomatoes. All right, Ugoma says tomatoes. Awesome, beautiful. Particularly party jollof rice. Barely, yes. What's jollof rice without barely? It is that beautiful aroma. Okay. So great. And crayfish, awesome. So now let's use Agile to cook jollof rice. Remember, guys, I talked about the feedback loop, which is the iteration. I talked about the value. While we are trying to cook jollof rice, it's okay not to have the ingredients, okay? What ingredients have we identified? Have we identified pepper, tomatoes, fish, bay leaf? Now, the first thing you want to do in cooking jollof rice using Agile is that first of all, we recognize that we have tomatoes and pepper. So what do? We first of all blend the tomatoes and pepper with any spice that we have and put that in the fire to start making our sauce. Even though Chika has gone to the market to get rice, it's okay. We first of all start with what we have. What do we have on ground? We have pepper, we have tomatoes. So we quickly, put pepper and tomatoes in the fire, start making our sauce. At the end of 2 weeks, which is a normal iteration process in Scrum, we have sauce. What else? We go back. What else do we need? So we keep making things in bits and in bits and in bits till we have the jollof rice ready. Now, why do we do things in bits? Because life is complex, life is dynamic. This minute you want to eat jollof rice, next minute you want to eat swallow. It's okay. So we do things in bits that, okay, now we've done the sauce. We get the customer to look at the sauce, to test the sauce. Customer, how do you like the sauce? We understand that what you want is the jollof rice. Don't worry. This is the process of making the jollof rice. Test the sauce. What do you like about the sauce? The customer might say, oh, I like the sauce. It's fantastic. It's great. And everything. Okay, that's fine. We take the feedback. Or the customer might say, you know what, this sauce, I wish you put more pepper. I wish you put more spice and all of that. So we go back, we take the customer feedback and we redo the sauce. Now, the good thing about it is that we are collaborating with the customer and getting feedback in real time. Unlike the methodology of the project management, which is the project manager, which is the waterfall. Waterfall says we are going to complete building the jollof rice. By the time you give it to the customer will not say, oh, there's too much pepper, there's too much onions. How do you go back to remedy all of those feedback? So what Agile is saying is that we are flexible to change because humans are dynamic. They want this tomorrow. Their tastes have changed the next minute, okay? So we are dynamic. The good thing about Agile is that we make something in big, we show it to the customer. Customer, do you like what we have done? What is your feedback about this? Okay. And we make the amendments that we need to do. All right, try and move to the next slide here. What is going on? Okay, let me do an escape and get to the next slide. So I know there's going to be questions, right? So if you have your questions, just hold on to them and we're going to answer your questions in a bit. All right, I think I've moved 2 slides. Okay, I'm still on track. All right. Okay, so let's look at another thing. What does this? Remember, we're talking about what does the Scrum Master do? What are the job roles of the Scrum Master? Now, one of the job roles of the Scrum Master is to remove impediments. Okay, is to remove impediments. You're listening to the team's concern. Now, what is impediment? Another buzzword. Guys, let's break it down. Let's break it down. Break it down. Okay, impediments are challenges. Impediments are roadblocks. So let's say you went to the shopping mall. Okay, you parked your car, and while you're coming out of the shopping mall, you're trying to drive out, and there's another car blocking you. That car that is blocking you is impediment. That is impediment. Anything that impedes your movement, that stops you on your track, that you're not able to go to the next level, that is an impediment. All right. Your job role is to be impediments, that you're listening to your team. I hope my network is not. Guys, am I audible? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, good soon. I just want to make sure that everyone is following. Yes, Agile means bit by bit. Yes. So am I audible, guys? Because I think my network is lagging. It's a bit funny. If you can hear me, I want you to put 1 in the comment section. We can hear. Awesome. Great. Okay, good. So now, as a Scrum Master, you're listening to the team. One of the beautiful soft skills of the Scrum Master is that you have good listening skills. Remember that you're a coach. A coach who does not listen to their team is not a good coach, because how do you help your team if you don't listen to them? Now, another thing is identifying and addressing obstacles. As a Scrum Master, you're not going to write one line of code. You don't need to know any programming language. Your job is to say, oh, okay, one of your team members reached out to you, the teammates reached out to you, sometimes you say, oh, Josephine, I'm having issues moving from this point to this point. Your job is to first of all listen to what that problem is and identify and address that problem. Help them remove that blocker. Help them remove that obstacle. Literally what you're seeing in the picture right now. Now, the next thing is collaborating with the stakeholder. Remember, I told you that the Scrum Master role is a leadership role. So when you join an organization as the Scrum Master, you're already top management. You're going to be collaborating with stakeholders. You're going to be having discussions with stakeholders, letting them know the progress of the project, okay? So collaborating means telling the stakeholders, oh, this is where we are with the project. The project is to cook jollof rice. Okay, these 2 weeks we've made sauce. These other 2 weeks we decided to cook our meat. These other 2 weeks we are doing this, we are doing that. At the end of the day, you are giving them progress report as to how the project is advancing. Now, another thing you do as a Scrum Master is promoting effective team communication. A team that is not properly communicating is a team that's going to have serious issues. A team that would not get an increment at the end of the day. So your job as a Scrum Master is to ensure that everyone is communicating in real time, okay? And there are different communication tools that a lot of organizations have adopted. But your job is to make sure that the software engineer is communicating with the DevOps engineer. Everybody's communicating properly in the Scrum team, okay? So that is one of the things. So moving on to the next slide. Okay, I think I put 2 slides. Why do Scrum Masters, let's see. Why Scrum Masters, okay, I think this has to do with my mouth right now. I'm trying to move it. Why Scrum Masters earn more than project managers? It's no longer news, guys. It's no longer news that project managers are trying to upskill. Now, when you go to on LinkedIn, LinkedIn is where you can verify whatever I'm going to say or I've been saying. Oh, wow. Okay, so when you go to LinkedIn, you're going to be seeing things like, you're going to be seeing job roles like agile project manager. A lot of organizations don't want to employ project managers. Why? Organizations want speed. The project is jollof rice. They need the jollof rice right now because you're not the only organization cooking jollof rice, literally. Okay, so they want speed. They want flexibility because they know customers will always change their mind every now and then. And who are these customers? It's you and I. We're the end users. Okay, when you download an application and the application is not working the way you want or how you thought that it should work, you leave a review. We do that. Most times before you download an application, you always go through the reviews. How many people are culprits here? I am. If I want to download an application, I check the reviews. Do they have good reviews before I download it? That is what you do as end users. All right. So, but Scrum Masters earn more than project managers because organizations know that Scrum Masters have the magic. They understand Scrum. They are the masters of Scrum. And what does Scrum do? Does Scrum gives quick delivery. Whatever the organizations are doing, Scrum is delivering it now. Every 2 weeks, we are delivering an increment. Increment is value. Remember, guys, something. It's just like saying at the end of this week, what did you achieve? So we have 7 days. This week is about, today is Friday. What am I saying? Today is Friday, right? So from Monday to Friday, what have you achieved as a person? Have you done something? What can you boast of and say, this is what I've gotten this week? The same thing with Scrum. With Scrum, every 2 weeks, we are bringing an increment. There's value. We're beating our chest that, okay, the project is jollof rice, but this week we're able to make the sauce. This other week we're able to sauce the meat. This other week we're able to do this and that. At the end of the day, all of those things will pull it together, and before you know it, we have jollof rice. Okay, but with the waterfall methodology with the project managers, it's not the same. Waterfall takes their time, just like, they take their pretty time. Waterfall is talking about, okay, there's a jollof rice to cook, which is a project. They first of all go and do research for the next 2 weeks, 1 month, 3 months. After the research, then the next thing is they want to now draw the design or the architectural plan of that project. All of these things take time. Organizations don't have that time. It's a competitive world out there. It's competition. And a lot of these organizations want to beat the competition. And the only way to beat that of this competition is that you get the market on time. So for Scrum Masters, organizations know that they hold the ace and they pay us handsomely. Just go to LinkedIn. And let me not talk too much. I know Suleiman is going to do justice to how much Scrum Masters earn. The amount software engineers and don't come close. It don't come close, okay? Because they know you have what it takes. As a Scrum Master, your top management, your leadership role already, and top management earn very well. So what it means is that a lot of project managers are now trying to upskill. So what you're going to be seeing on LinkedIn is you're going to be seeing job roles like agile project managers. Because as a project manager, you already know that there's a low demand for your skill set. So you're adding agile to it, which is what Scrum is about. And you want to put yourself in a better position to earn better. So growing demand for agile, just like what I was just talking about, the rise of agile methodology in companies has led to an increased demand for Scrum Masters. There is an increased demand. If you want to test what I've said, go to LinkedIn, type Scrum Masters, or even go to Glassdoor. How much do Scrum Masters earn? What is the demand of Scrum? Okay, a lot of tech organizations are rushing us. They're rushing us like fresh bread. And again, I'd like to say this. Okay, as a Scrum Master, the methodology can work anywhere. The agile methodology can work in the media sector. So in the media sector, you can also be a Scrum Master. In the hospitality sector, you can be a Scrum Master. You can get jobs anywhere. So don't say, oh, as a Scrum Master, what if I don't see a tech organization to employ me? You can work anywhere. It's all about managing projects. Remember, we're doing almost the same thing the project manager is doing. But what differentiates us is the method of doing it. One person is using the manual method. I'm using the automatic method. Now, these days, let's just talk about, let's just bring it close to home. In the kitchen, a lot of people who are hands-on in the kitchen, would you rather slave in the kitchen trying to do everything manually than have those gadgets that make your life easier? You have the blender, you have the fryer, air fryer. Those are things that make your life. Now, organizations want to make their life easy. And one of the person who does that is a Scrum Master. Scrum Masters are specifically, keyword, specifically trained in agile frameworks, making them valuable, keyword, valuable in organizations adopting agile practices. A lot of organizations have adopted agile practices. Nobody wants to use 12, 8, 9 months in dishing out a particular project. And that's why there's sometimes when you see some ideas, and maybe you're watching, you're online, you're surfing the internet, or you're watching the TV, and you'll be like, hi, I have this idea in mind, though. I wanted to do something like this. I wanted to do it like this. We're doing the waterfall method. With Agile, we don't waste time. As it hot, Nigerians say, as it hot, we are getting it out there. Because by the time you're taking your time, and you want to produce a detergent, and this detergent will change how people wash things in their homes. And it's very fantastic. Your idea is awesome, it's spectacular. Are you the only one that have that idea? 1 billion people have the same idea. The only difference is who gets to the market first. And that's where you come and see, oh, I had this great idea. I wanted to do it. It's almost like someone hacks your brain. I will know that agile, organizations who have agile, they know they waste time. Sharp, sharp. Okay, we want to do detergent. What do we have? What can we do? We do something. We take it to the market. We get feedback from users. Okay, you guys, the detergent is this. Can you make it like this? Can you do it like this? We go back and go. Oh, let's wait. In the next 8 months, in the next 1 year, we are getting a detergent. You will be shocked when you get to the same market. People will see your product as inferior because that product is and using the product. Why? Why do they have to leave one product to use yours? Okay. Now the high demand drives up salaries for Scrum Masters. It drives up salaries. So 2 weeks ago, All right, 2 weeks ago, a recruiter reached out to me on LinkedIn, and they said that it's an international company, but they were looking to create and operate from Nigeria, okay? And they reached out to me and they said, oh, are you interested in Scrum Master role and all of that? I wasn't interested, but I asked them, can I refer people for that role? And said, yeah, sure. But I needed to ask, what is the pay, okay? Because I need to know, if I'm referring somebody, I need to know how much they are willing to pay. And they said, oh, because we're just coming into Nigeria is 2.9. And I was negotiating 3.2. Why 2.9? And by the way, guys, this is monthly. We're not making this up. We're not making these things up. You go online. So and I was like, why? Why 2.9? Because the people who I'm going to be referring are professional experienced Scrum Masters, and we're just bargaining. So what happened? When I referred people for the interview, I already told them, see guys, they're going to tell you 2.9, but make sure you bring your best foot forward for the interview so that you can negotiate better. Do not leave money on the table. As a Scrum Master, if you know the value you bring to the table, you're not going to leave money on the table for any reason. And if you can show the interviewer that you know you have the value, you know what you're bringing, they're going to pay you your worth. And this is monthly. And let's not even go to how much you're earning. Go there, but I'm going to leave that for Suleiman to do justice there. So that's just start up. That money I'm talking about is your salary, because the more you gain experience, the more your price goes up. Okay? All right, so let's look at the next thing. What are you going to The next thing we're going to look at is focus on collaboration and teamwork. This focus on and justify higher salary. You have to be able to justify your salary. As they are paying you like your salary. And part of the ways to justify your salary is to ensure that you're working on silos. This engineer is not working on silos. So if project, all of us, everybody in the team, if we're making sauce this week, everybody's collaboratively working on making sauce. If we are going to fry the goat's meat this week, frying the goat's meat, the software engineer is coding and developing the goat's meat. The DevOps engineer is building the infrastructure and making the environment for that we are going to test the goat meat there. The quality analyst is ready to collective work. It's just like a family. The father plays their role, the mother plays her role, the children play their role. So nobody's role is downplayed, so to speak. Nobody is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. Nobody is more special in the Scrum team together to make sure that we are bringing something of high value, quality to the customer. All right. Now, Scrum Masters are responsible for teamwork. The role involves removing obstacles, like I said. One of the things you're going to be doing as a Scrum Master is to ensure that everybody in your Scrum team, say we are frying goat meat this week, which is what we are committing to, there's no issues to frying the goat meat. So if your engineer says, oh, Justin, I'm having issues with my code, I'm not able to pull up my PR to ensure to remove that blocker, to remove that impediment so that they can do their work with ease. Now, there's emphasis on continuous improvement. I'll tell you, you see these things every day, but you just don't know this is what we do in the Scrum team. Now, a lot of us use numerous applications. There are numerous applications on our phone. Now, for those people who have their data on 246, you're going to see something that your application will just update itself. So you're going to notice that, oh, this application just updated itself. You see that update that your application does is continuous improvement. The Scrum team for Facebook, anytime your application updates, what the Scrum team for Facebook have done is to do a continuous improvement. Remember that the Facebook that you and I know years ago when it started, it's not the Facebook of today. The Instagram that you've been using years ago, the Instagram that you signed up to, it's not the same Instagram. What's going on? There's enhancement. Enhancement comes with continuous improvement. They keep improving that application. But today, Zuckerberg asked that Now, I heard that in Facebook, monetization is going to start due. That is continuous improvement. That is enhancement. Even WhatsApp, I noticed that there was enhancements that happened to WhatsApp. The color changed. I don't know if I should call that green or what, but that is an enhancement. Anytime something is made better, it's an enhancement. So what do we do in the Scrum team? We make something better. The taste you had last year is not the taste. By the time you start earning 3 points, 4 points as a Scrum Master, your taste will change. You and I know that your taste will change. Okay, so that's the thing. You continuously improve. What we do in Scrum that we continuously improve. Whatever application we're building, we build on it. We keep improving it. We keep making it better. Now, as Scrum Masters, we are key drivers of this continuous improvement process. We drive the improvement process. When we want to cook jollof rice, which is a product, and we do sauce, we take it to the customer and say, oh, customer, we want to make jollof rice, but tell this sauce. What do you think about it? How do you think? It's just like if we had a project to build car. Okay, what we do is that we make the tire. Whatever thing we're building as a car, we don't wait to build all the cars. That's not agile. So any part of the car that we build, let's say we build the tire, we'll take it to the market. Customers should use this tire. Tell us, give us feedback. There's always going to be feedback. Because imagine taking 12 months to build the car and then you're getting feedback that these tires are not good. You now have to go back to redo it. That is resources down the drain. That is money down the drain. That is effort down the drain. And organizations don't have money to waste. They don't have resources to waste. They don't have effort to waste. So they want to make sure that whatever they are giving to the customer is of good quality. And whatever feedback that they are getting, they are working on it, which is where the continuous improvement comes to play. Okay. Now, what are the specialized Suleiman, please just give me a nod if I have not exceeded this number of slides that I'm going to take or exceed the time. I know I'm working on a time box right now, as they would say in Scrum. Okay.
All right, no problem.
So
just wrap up with this part and then.
Awesome, awesome. So let's look at the specialized skills and experts. What are the skills and what makes us Scrum Masters? Scrum Masters undergo extensive training and certification in Agile. You know, I think I'm just going to just touch on this a little bit and leave the rest of the slides for Suleiman to just take on. I hear a lot of people tell me, oh, I want to get Scrum Master certification. I'd rather be certified and all of that. The truth of the matter is don't let anyone cheat. Certification is great. Certification is awesome. Certification is the icing on the cake. Get the cake first. Get the hands-on experience. You're not going to be in front of an interviewer and they're asking you, oh, Josephine, tell us about your day-to-day activities as a Scrum Master. You're not going to be talking about, oh, this is what Scrum theory is. You're going to be listing Scrum theory, Scrum pillars. Nobody will pay you that kind of money. You need to get hands-on experience. You need to know how to use the project management tools. What are the project management tools? We have Jira, we have Trello, we have Azure DevOps, we have Asana. You need to know how to use the project management tools. There is also a data analytical aspect of Scrum. You need to be able to analyze data for stakeholders. Stakeholders want to see figures. Explain to them, not speaking English, explain to them in figures how you are making use of their money in the project that you're building. So it's a whole lot. When I mean a whole lot, it's a lot of things meshed into one. So as a Scrum Master or someone, a Scrum Master enthusiast, or you're looking to pivot into the Scrum career path, your first go-to should not be, how do I get certification? Certification is great. You see the cake, you can eat cake without the icing. We can always put icing in the cake. You guys know how this goes. Get the knowledge, understand the core principles, have hands-on experience, which is what Cinema is going to do well on even in a bit. Understand how this thing is with the core principles that you understand and with the hands-on experience. You can get a job, you can land a job as a Scrum Master, and then now get the certification. Will they employ you without the certification? Yes. Interviewers want to know that you have the Scrum knowledge. You are a master of Scrum. Before you now say, I'm a Scrum Master, you have to be the master of Scrum. So I'm going to leave the floor open for Suleiman to take over from here. And then if you have any questions, I'm available. So take it over from here, Suleiman.
All right, fantastic one, Josephine. I really, really enjoyed your explanation. Like I said, guys, you'd see the reason why I say I always love to listen to Josephine, right? So she breaks things down to the barest minute. Okay, and I learned a lot from her. Okay, working under her as part of our Scrum team. So, and in that light, I'll be shedding more light on, some of the things that I have here in front of me, right? So I see a lot of questions in the chat. Oh, as a Scrum Master, you're a servant leader. We are making it look as if, you are the Almighty. If you look at what Josephine have said so far, one of the things she mentioned was that you remove impediments. And what does that mean? It means you're a servant leader. So you ensure that people don't experience roadblocks. And if they do, it's your job to, take those things out, right? So stay with me. Stay with me. Let's talk more about, you know, how you need to become a Scrum Master. But before we go into that, confirm you can see my screen first off. Let's confirm we can all see my screen. Just type a one in the chat or a yes in the chat. Let me know you can see my screen so I fire away. Type a one in the chat if you can see my screen. Okay, fantastic, Tolu. Great. Okay, so I'm going to assume we can all see my screen. Okay, Alem G, Hafiz. Okay, fantastic. I can see ones, I can see yes. Okay, okay, fantastic. So fantastic question, Jamie. Okay, Josephine is still here, and I'll bring her back to answer your question. Okay, now as a Scrum Master, your skills are global. Your skills are absolutely global, right? Your skills are absolutely global, and if you're in the UK at the moment, you're looking at an average of 58,000, over 58,000, um, 58,000 pounds per year in the UK, right? On average. And if you're looking at the US, you're looking at a whooping six-figure salary on average, guys. And if you're looking at Canada, if you're in Canada at the moment, you're looking at close to 90,000 Canadian dollars per year. Now, if you're in Nigeria, not only can you work as a Scrum Master in Nigeria, you also have the opportunity to work remotely. I do that a whole lot, okay? As a data analyst, as a data scientist, even working with Scrum teams, I do that remotely from the comfort of my room. I work remotely with top tier organizations. I told you I had the opportunity to consult for Alpha Romeo. I did that right from my room. Okay, and let's talk more about it. So how do you then become a Scrum Master? I can see people asking, okay, you talked about experience. How do I get this experience in class? Did I do an internship? How would I have hands-on experience? Stay with me. Okay, stay with me. Some of the tools you get to use, okay, some of the tools you get to use as a Scrum Master, Jira. Some people call it Jira. Okay, so I call it Jira. Use Trello, Confluence. And guess what? You'd only need to learn one of these tools, and you transfer the knowledge to others. These tools help you, manage projects, manage your Scrum team, see exactly who is doing, and be able to also make comments on them, track them in real time, right? So let's talk about how you are going to learn, how the program is going to go. Very simple, right? You'll be learning for 2 months, and your learning curve will be broken into two parts. The first part is you learning what Scrum is and learning from the experience of your instructor, who will be a Scrum Master. You work with someone like Josephine, who has over a decade of experience using Agile. Okay, she talked about Agile. So I want to believe, you're already flowing with, the Scrum terminologies, right? So you work with someone like Josephine, and she'll walk you through exactly what's expected of you as a Scrum Master. And when you get to the front of any potential recruiter, either in an interview or they reach out to you on LinkedIn or wherever it is, you'll be able to pick from Josephine's experience and speak like an absolute professional, right? And that's because you actually have the hands-on experience because Josephine will show you how to use tools like Jira, Trello. Some of the tools you'd also get to use is, even as little as WhatsApp. I'm calling it little because we use WhatsApp on our day-to-day. Josephine talked about enhancing communication within your Scrum team. As simple as a WhatsApp group to enhance, communication within your team is part of the tool that you need to use as a Scrum Master. You'll be learning, you'll be learning from, Josephine, just like we've learned from her today, in an online event, right? So you register with us, you get to work with Josephine remotely. So you start to learn how to work remotely, right? So you'd also work on hands-on sessions. So apart from the theoretical aspects which you need to understand about Scrum, I'll talk about some of them now. Okay, some of the things you need to actually learn to become a Scrum Master. You will be working on projects. You'll be working on real world projects. So some of the projects uh, Josephine has worked on over the course of her decade of experience, she'll bring them to class and you get to work on it. Of course, she's going to couch some things around it to ensure that there is data privacy. So you'll be able to tie it to the particular organization where that particular project is from. Okay. So Josephine already talked about, the high and rewarding salaries, and I reiterated that just a couple of moments ago. Okay, so the classes are going to happen during the weekends. Okay, the classes are going to happen during the weekends, and it's going to go on for the course of 1 month. Okay, after which you go into your internship, where would remove all the training weeks, and you'd get to work, experience yourself as an actual Scrum Master. During your classes, all your classes will be recorded. Any session you join, just like this session, for example, it's recorded, right? And you would have a lifetime access to all your materials. So it means that after the training program, you could go back and, relive the sessions. Okay, you watch the sessions again, you practice more, and strengthen your skills in being a Scrum Master. Okay, and then you get to you get to after 1 month of training, right? You get to do your internship. Okay, your internship would also be for 1 month, which culminates in 2 months in total, right? So you would also, apart from your sessions, your classes, where you'd work with, where you work on projects, real world projects, also learn from professionals like Josephine. Um, you would also get to join sessions where we tell you we tell you how to actually get a job. In the tech ecosystem, you have to know how to get a job. Okay. And guess what? After all of these, you'll be able to take certifications. Josephine talked about, having a certificate in Scrum Master like CSM, or professional Scrum Master, certified professional Scrum Master. Those are icing on the cake. Forget the cake itself, and here's the cake, right? So now let me tell you more. You begged. Somebody was asking, what do I need to learn to become a Scrum Master? Very simple. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. Okay. Now, the very first thing is introduction to Scrum. And take this particular session as an introduction. So this is me introducing you to what Scrum is, how agile, the agile process of delivering every bit of the project, bit by bit, such that you can track those bits and you can make changes. You are dynamic as required to ensure that the final project, the final output of the project is top notch. Okay, that's what Scrum is all about. But one of the things you need to understand about Scrum is what we call, let me highlight it so that you see it, is what we call Scrum flows. Scrum flows. Okay, Scrum flows. Justin already talked about it, but I'll just shed a bit more light on it. So when you talk of Scrum flows, what you are simply talking about, you're talking about things like the products you want to build, or let me say the project you are embarking on. Take, for example, in an organization, you want to develop a platform that would allow customers make payments using their email. You want to develop a product that would allow customers make payments using their email. You want them to be able to use the email linked to their account to make payments, right? That's the project you want to build. What are all the things that need to be done to create that that particular platform? Those things are called, product backlogs. So you have product backlogs, you refine them, okay? You refine them, then you would also plan. You'd plan about how you intend to, get all of these things done. And that is what you call sprint planning, okay? Sprint planning, right? And then there's what you also call daily scrum. And this is something that I also do with my team, right? So even if I'm a data analyst, I apply some Scrum methodologies because I've worked in Scrum teams and I understand what the Scrum methodology actually means. What is daily Scrum? So every day, every team member has to come up and tell us what they did the previous day and what they are doing today. If there is any challenge they may face, they also mention it in that meeting and we thrash things out before the day goes on. And you also have what you call sprint review. I'll talk about some of these things, like sprint review is somewhere here. I'll talk about it when I get there. But we are currently talking about the Scrum flow. And it's effectively all of the things you can see on my screen now. So let's go to the next one. You need to learn what we call Scrum theory and values. And you'll be like, oh, Mohammed, these are jargons that you're saying, right? And I can relate, but stay with me. Scrum values are simply things like commitment, courage, focus, transparency, respect. And these are values that you as the Scrum Master, as the leader in that team, you need to instill in your team members. So when I say Scrum values, what am I talking about, guys? Can you mention them again? Commitment, focus, courage, having that to can-do attitude, openness, transparency, respect. You can mention some more. Who can give me some more? Any more? Just those values that ensures that your team functions very well. So you can type it in the chat if you want to add some more Scrum values to the ones I've mentioned. I mentioned commitment. You want your team members to be committed to the job they are doing. You want them to be courageous. You want them to have respect for one another because these are things that actually facilitate a successful project at the end of the day, right? Are we together, guys? Are we together? I asked for some suggestions. I can't see any in the chat yet. Can we hear me? Am I sure I'm being heard? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, type a Scrum value. Type a Scrum value in the chat. If you can hear me, type good attitude, fantastic. So if you can hear me, I want you to type a Scrum value in the chat. Okay? So I can see, okay, good attitude, commitment, accommodating, fantastic. These are Scrum values. Proactive, being proactive, Olamide, fantastic. So these are Scrum values. Okay? So after understanding Scrum values and what they, you need to understand who a Scrum team is. Jamin says tolerance, absolutely fantastic. And I want to see more coming. So now you need to understand who a Scrum team is or what a Scrum team is. And generally, a Scrum team contains I would say three bodies or three entities. Okay? You, as the Scrum Master, would act as a middleman between the other two entities. And who are the other two entities? The product owner or the organization who wants you to build that particular product that would allow customers to make payments using their email, right? So you would act as the middleman, okay, between the product owner and the developers. When I say developers, these are people who would write the code. So you would be one writing codes. Your job is to ensure that the codes they are writing, the design they are building, meets the requirements the product owner gave you. So you would ensure they understand all the deliverables and they deliver in due time. That's your job. So you need to understand the Scrum team, okay? Product owner, the Scrum Master, who is you, all right? And then the developers, and these are the people you'll be leading. data analysts, software developers, data scientists, coders, and all of that. Okay. And then you would also need to understand Scrum artifacts. Scrum artifacts. Josephine talked about, backlogs, sprint backlogs. She talked about increments, right? Increments, where she was explaining that, on a day like this, on Friday, you want to review. Okay, what have you done? Okay, what did you achieve? Okay, so that you can be able to see how that this week has contributed to your greater goal at the end of the day. So that's what increments are all about. And all of these are Scrum artifacts. Product backlogs. When I say product backlog, I said that when you want to develop, a solution, for example, an organization wants you to help them manage a project to develop a solution that would allow customers make payments using their email. Every single part, every single thing that is required to be done to make that platform come to life is what you call the product backlog. Now, when you now pick each part to work on them, it will now be called sprint backlog. Make sense? Does that make sense? Everything you need to learn. I mean, everything you need to do is what is the product backlog. When you pick parts of it, it becomes your sprint backlog. Okay. Now, that is what you need to know about the artifact. Okay. Now, once you've learned artifact, okay, I've talked about this increment and sprint backlogs. Okay, let's go to sprint planning. Okay, sprint planning. Now, for sprint planning, it's simply in two parts. It's simply in two parts. And this is where your clients who you are building this product would come and give you all the things they want, all the features they want, everything that they want you to, all the features they want to appear on that particular product to ensure that people find it easy to use, right? Then your developers will also be there so that it's a collaboration. Oh, you want them to be able to, type in their email. In fact, the only time you want them to type their password is the very first time. You want the system to hold their password and encrypt it. The developers will be there to tell you that, look, these are the tools and technologies, and these are the steps needed to be completed to have that feature. So that is the first part where everything is outlined. Okay. And then the second part would largely be, the development team telling you that these are the things needed to be done to get this feature. Okay, so those are the two parts of sprint planning. Okay, sprint planning. And then you move to what you call development work and daily scrum. Okay, development work and daily scrum. Beg your pardon. Okay, development work and daily scrum. Give me 1 second. So now, when you talk of development work and daily scrum, what you are talking about is simple. Okay, what you're talking about is simple. Now, the 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 development work, actually refers to the activities that you do within the team. Okay, that would amount to shipment. Josephine talked about shipment. Now, shipment is that when you're working on a project. For example, you're cooking jollof rice, right? There is a part where you cannot ask the customer to taste it when you're preparing the sauce. Okay, I know I mentioned that I don't know how to cook jollof rice. Okay, but I learned it from Josephine today, right? So when you prepare the sauce, okay, that is a part where you can say, okay, come and taste. Okay, come and taste it, right? Sorry guys, can we hear me? If you can hear me loud and clear, just type loud and clear in the chat. Let's know where. Let's know if you can hear me. Can we hear me loud and clear? If you can hear me loud and clear, type loud and clear in the chat. Okay, loud and clear. So Philip, I would love if you could check your network, okay, so that we are on the same page. All right. So thank you very much for that, guys. Thank you very much. So I was talking about, development work and daily scrum. So I wanted to differentiate between them. Now, when you talk of development work, okay, it is that part of your journey in the scrum process where you can actually invite, the taster, that's the customer, to okay, have a taste. So you want to prepare jollof rice. You can't put you just what do you call that? So when you mash the tomato, for example, you can't ask the customer to come and taste it at that point. It makes no sense, right? So the point where you can actually say, okay, let's deliver this part to the customer, that is, development work. Okay, and then you have daily scrum. So daily scrum is that short time boxed activity that your team members within the scrum team carry out on a day-to-day basis. So I talked about daily stand-ups, which where we talked about the sprint activities where your team members will come up every day to outline what they did the previous day. Did they achieve everything they said they would do the previous day? Are there any backlogs or bottlenecks? What would they do today? Okay, this is simply what daily Scrum is all about. Okay, and then you have what we call sprint review. Sprint review. Sprint review is, look at it as an exhibition. Okay, an exhibition. Now, why? What's the point of sprint review? It is a key moment for feedback. So this is where we can say the product owner, okay, we are designing the product for, will tell you that okay, there's too much sauce. I mean, there's too much. Sorry, I'm not a very good cook, so maybe tricky for me, guys. So the product owner can say, okay, maybe there's too much salt in this, or could you use a bit more of so and so flavor, right? So you get all this feedback and you them, take note of them and implement them in your in your coming iteration. Josephine talked about iteration. So doing the same thing over again, but in a different way. This time you're applying the feedback that you've gotten to ensure that you meet the need of the customers, right? So, okay, fantastic. So I want to believe we are all following. Are we following? Are we following that sprint review? Well, we are getting to, we are getting to the end very soon. Okay. So you also have what we call from sprint review, you also have what we call sprint retrospective. Sprint retrospective. Now, even if you don't watch football, even if you don't watch football, you'd agree with me that you're like me that don't watch football, okay? You're like me that don't watch football. Not that I don't watch football, but not very well, okay? Not as much as I would have loved to. Um, but you would agree with me that we all know what halftime is, okay? Or in any sports that you watch, there'll be a form of timeout. At least in most sports, you'd have timeouts. Do you agree with me? If you agree with me, just type a one in the chat. Halftime. You know what halftime is in football? Do you know what halftime is in football? Okay, Jamin, fantastic. You know what halftime is? Is it only Jamin that knows what halftime is in football? Or is only Jamin that watches football? Only myself and Jamin that watches football once in a while. Okay. Oh, fantastic. Great. Now, during halftime, let me tell you one of the things that happen in halftime. You'd notice that there are these games that, first half, the team is, maybe your favorite team is struggling in the first half. But when they come back for second half, the game changes. What do you think happened during halftime? What do you think happened during halftime? What do you think happened during the halftime? What do you think happened during the halftime? Your favorite team was struggling in the first half. But in the second half, the game changed and they were dominating their opponent. Tell me, just in one sentence, what do you think happened during that halftime? In one sentence, in your own words, what do you think happened? I don't want any technical jargon. Just tell me, in your own words, what do you think happened during the halftime? What do you think happened? What do you think happened during the halftime? Anyone? Anyone? Just type, okay, more effort. Okay. I want someone else. Sam says more effort. Re-strategize. Fantastic. They had a replan. Okay, fantastic. I love this. Re-strategize to discuss what has happened and the way forward. Jamming. Fantastic. Jamming, you already sound like a scrum master and every other person here. Morale boosted. Fantastic. So, who do you think was responsible for re-strategizing? Who do you think was responsible for discussing what happened and the way forward? Who do you think was responsible for boosting morale? The coach. And you, as the scrum master, you are the coach. And that halftime is what we call sprint retrospective. What you did during the halftime is what you call sprint retrospective. You'd agree with me that if you put the coach on the pitch to play ball, you may and you know what will happen, right? If you put the coach himself to play the ball, you you know what will happen. That's not the job of the coach. The job of the coach is to, carry out things like, sprint retrospective, to observe what's happened during the first half of the project. Regroup, take a break time, and during that break, they are not playing ball. Nobody is coding. Nobody is, writing any codes. You talk about what you've done, what you did well, and the areas to improve. And then on the second half, you can do even better. And that's what sprint retrospective is all about. And then finally, what you need to know to become a Scrum Master is what you call Nexus Scaled Scrum. And Nexus Scaled Scrum is very simple. And I'll tell you what it is. When you have two teams, two Scrum teams that are working on the same project, two different Scrum teams working on the same project, and you are the Scrum Master to manage them. That is what you call Nexus Scaled Scrum. So you need to know how to do all of these things. And these are things that um, I've been a part of as a Scrum team member. I've seen Josephine do it. And this has allowed me to, know much more about Scrum. In fact, sometimes I sit down and I say, look, I think I want to ditch coding, right? And jump into Scrum, as a fully fledged Scrum master. But in my own rights as a data analyst and a data scientist, I apply this to ensure that my team members get the job done. Okay. So now, after you've learned all of this, it's still not enough for you to become a Scrum Master at the end of the day. You need what we call another half. Now, this half is where you get to learn the skills that land you the job. Number one, CV review sessions. So we hold CV review sessions. If you don't have a CV or you had a CV talking about your previous, your previous experiences, will help you recouch the CV, not throwing away your previous experience, but tailoring it into the career path you want to go into, which is Scrum Master. So it would help you with that because your CV would walk into any organization you end up working in before you. Okay, so you need your CV to be able to effectively and correctly depict who you are as a Scrum Master. LinkedIn optimization. The LinkedIn optimization, okay, or what is LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a platform. You can go on LinkedIn, type Ahmed Suleiman Analytics, type Josephine Bosa, and you get to see who we are. So there is the social proof. That's the social proof. So I come here and say, oh, I'm a data analyst, I'm a data scientist, or I'm an AI expert and whatnot. Okay. Do I have a proof for that? What's your proof of work that you actually have the skills you say you have? It is your LinkedIn profile that does that. Have the best CV on the planet. Have the actual skills that you need to get a job. Without a LinkedIn profile, you're going nowhere. Okay, so it would help you optimize your LinkedIn profile and help you prepare one if you don't have one already. Upwork optimization. I talked about working remotely. Upwork is one platform where you can easily get remote jobs. And I'm saying easily get remote jobs. In fact, my very first job as a in tech generally was on Upwork. Okay. And before that, I had an Upwork account for a couple of years. And I'm sure we have people on the call now that you currently have an Upwork account. You've never gotten a job or not. If you are like so, just type a yes in the chat. Okay, while I go on. And the reason why you've not gotten a job yet on Upwork is because you don't know the correct strategies to implement to get a job. Okay, you've not cracked the nut yet for you to, speed up your getting a job. Many of you would see a job. Oh, you go there, Scrum Master. It was posted yesterday, and you feel that's early enough, and you apply to it. That's a waste of time. That's a waste of time. Okay. I know I'm already divulging some of the tricks and tips for you to get jobs on Upwork. So I'll stop there. Okay. So give you some of these tricks to help you speed up your own and put your best foot, help you put your best foot forward, getting remote jobs on Upwork. Will also help you navigate the job market. So the way you strategize if you're in the UK is different from if you're in Canada, if you're in the US, if you're in Africa, somewhere in Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, and so many other places. The way you look for jobs in these specific areas differ in some aspects. So these aspects would ensure that you get the correct knowledge of them. Would help you with job interviews, and this is one of the ways I've helped so many people, myself and Josephine, helped so many people get jobs as get into tech as both data analysts, scrum masters, and the likes. Okay, and job interviews have come in handy in these participants getting their jobs. Okay, so you would also have access to this, and guess what? Yes, the program is for 2 months, but if your first job interview comes, let's say 2 weeks after your program has ended, your internship has ended, even if we urge you to start applying as soon as you complete your modules, you still have access to us. So even if you get your first interview 1 month after the program, you get access to us all the time. So once with 10 analytics, forever with 10 analytics, even 1 year after, even if we don't plan for you to stay that long before you get your first interview, right? So these are the kind of access that you have to us. Okay. At the end of the day, you'll also have recommendation letters. Also, one of the key factors that has helped our participants secure their job. So recruiters give you an offer, but they want somebody to vouch for you. That's also where we come in as tenants. So today alone, we've written dozens of recommendation letters for those for mostly for participants who have gotten an offer, and for those who even want to further their studies, like gaining a master's, or heading into their PhD program and all of that. So you also have what we call weekly mentorship sessions. So every week you have professionals like myself, like Josephine, like founders of 10 Analytics, and even external experts come on board to walk you through some of the things you need to understand to get a job. For example, like introducing yourself. How do you introduce yourself in a way that you capture the heart of your um, potential recruiter right from the get-go, using the SEAT approach? How do you answer questions and share your experience using the STAR approach? Okay, so um, you get to learn all of that in the weekly mentorship sessions. All right. And then you also have on the job support. So you get a job. But myself and yourself, we know that you are very new. And there are some things you may struggle with on the job. The moment you get there, you'd have access to someone like Muhammad. You have access to someone like Joseph, who you can reach out to on the job to ensure that you hit the ground running and you find your feet. Okay. And you start to get things done on the get-go. And for the year 2024, for this year, one of the things, it wasn't available last year. This year, we are assuring you that you're going to get an interview 1 month after your training program is completed. Okay, 1 month after a training program, we are assuring you a job interview. And this is not just saying it. Put things in place. And here are the things. So for the year 2024, we are implementing what we call body mentorship. So people who have passed through the program, who have gotten jobs, okay, and who have gotten value from the program, we bring them back so that you would have the opportunity to ask them those burning questions. How exactly did you tailor your CV? What were the questions that you were asked when you were interviewing for that particular role that you got? How did you answer it? Were there any questions you struggled with? If there were, how did you, what was the thought process you had in you answering the question effectively, even if you had little to no idea. So how did you say, okay, did they ask you this question? Did they ask you that question? And you'd get to hear from the horse's mouth. Okay. We've also enhanced some of the internship programs that we have within the organization. Okay. For business analysis, increase the time spent in their internship and some of the other programs. And you'll be working on, alongside some other professionals during your internship. Okay, you have data analysts, you have developers, who work alongside yourself as the Scrum master. Then you also have, what we've done is to partner with recruitment agencies across the globe. UK, like Harvey Nash, Robert Half, Michael Page, and so many more, even back home in Africa. Okay, and why did we do this? In as much as we urge you to apply to these jobs yourself when you join us here at Analytics, we want to also bring these jobs closer to you. So, and because of that, for that reason, we have partnered with so many recruitment agencies in strategic locations to ensure that you get the best from the program. Okay, and a lot of us are already asking. So, okay, Mohammed, how much does it cost to register for the program and to get access to all of these things that you've actually said? Okay, so the full amount you're paying in dollars. All right, if you're paying in dollars, you're paying $450. Okay, and you can see the equivalent prices in the other currency formats. In pounds, you'll be paying £375, euros 440 euros. You're paying in Canadian dollars, you have 675 Canadian dollars. And if you're paying in naira, you pay 540,000 naira. But but we have an early bird discount currently run. This has been running since for a couple of weeks now. Okay, and it's a 20% discount, meaning that you won't be paying $450 if you are paying in dollars. Rather, you'd pay $360. Okay, if you're paying in pounds, you're paying £300. If you're paying in euros, you're paying 350 euros. If you're paying in Canadian dollars, you'd pay 540 Canadian dollars. And if you're paying in naira, rather than paying 540,000 naira, you pay 450,000 naira. Okay, 450,000 naira. And your classes would be during the weekends, as you can see at the bottom left corner of the screen here. Saturdays, you have your classes in the morning, 11 a.m. West African time to, okay, how about Ghana cities? Don't worry. I'll walk you through on how to make payments. And depending on your location, right, you'd see the currency equivalent that you need to pay. So these are just the major ones. I'll walk you through that in a bit. Okay. All right. So, okay, Tolu, I see your question. Don't worry. We'll discuss that and I'll tell you how you can go about that. Okay. All right. But it's a 1 month program. All right. So generally and mainly the payments are expected in one installment. But I'll walk you through on what you can do so that you can actually get to benefit from this juicy offer. Okay. So just give me one moment to show you how you can make payment. So if you look into the chat right about now, you see my team member Lydia from Tenalytics. So she has posted all the details. Should you choose to make bank transfer and including the link for you to make payment. So talking about the link, allow me to show you what or how to go about it. So when you look at the main stack link in charts, when you look at the main stack link currently posted charts, when you click on the link, it brings you to this page. It brings you to this page. So allow it to load. Let's allow it to load. So one moment, allow it to load so that we can all see. So you see exactly how you go about making payment. Okay, so you see how to go about making payment. So one moment, let's allow it to load. Okay, so 1 second for me to reload this. So I'm going to reload this so that we I'm going to reload this in a second now so that we get to see exactly how to go about making payments. Okay, 1 second. All right. So, okay, great. Just a second. Okay, I think it's loading now. Okay, fantastic. So it's loaded now. So now, when you come here to this link, it's posted in the chat. You see it posted by Lydia from Analytics in the chat. So once you come here, right, all you need to do is you scroll down. Okay, you scroll down. You can get access to all our programs, training, our brochures for all our programs, right? You can also see um, you can also see the you can also see the payments for all the other programs as Scrum Master. So Scrum Master is just for 2 months, um, in contrast with the remaining programs, right? So now all you need to do is you when you scroll down, right, you'd see all the programs that we offer, and Scrum is right on top. So all you need to do is to click on Scrum Master. Click on Scrum Master. Now, once you click on Scrum Master, all you need to do is this page loads. So let's allow the page to load. I think I'm just going to switch. So 1 second, allow me to switch. Let me see. Okay, so let's allow this to load. So I'm just going to keep an eye on this to see once I'm connected. Okay, do this. So I'm just going to reload it. So I'll just reload it so that we see. Okay, so I think it's much faster now. Great. So now you click on Scrum, right? Once you click on Scrum, it brings you right here. So depending on your current location, okay, or your last recorded location, you'd see this. So for the one that asked, oh, what's the Ghana cedis equivalent? You'd see the Ghana cedis equivalent right here. So, and if you look here, okay, you see this is the minimum amount you can pay currently to secure your spot. And then you balance up before the program starts. Before the program starts, you balance up. For example, you can pay a minimum of 350,000. Remember, this is the discounted price. So it means that the discounted price is currently on. So you may see 540 here, depending on when you choose to pay. I would advise you pay right now, while the discount is still on. So, and then you see the minimum amount you can pay right now. Once you do this, all you need to do is to balance up with 100,000 before the class starts. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make payments of 450. So I'll click on reserve a seat. Now, once you click on that, all you need to do is to enter in your details, your name, your email, and then your phone number. Okay, of course, you select your region and then you type in your phone number. All you need to do is to click on proceed. Now, once you click on proceed, it takes you right to the next page where you enter in your card details to proceed to make payment. Now, once you enter in your card details, all you need to do is to click on pay, make payments, which is just click on pay, right? Now, once you've done that, you want to get the payment receipt, get a screenshot of the payment receipt, and go back to the enrollment page, right? Where you clicked on Scrum. Go back. It's gonna be in the previous tab, right? And why are you going back here? You want to scroll back up and click on upload your receipt. So this is how we confirm your payment. We confirm that you've actually made payment and you've successfully registered for the Scrum Master program. So you click on upload receipt, okay? And it's a form, very intuitive. All you need to do is to, provide all the information, click next. That's your email, click next. What type of payments did you make? Was it instrumental? You select that, click next. Okay. If it was full payment you made, you select full payment, you click next. Uh, it says, okay, so welcome kit must be made. It says, please note after receiving your welcome kit or payments, yeah, click yes, click next. And all you need to do is, to work your way up. So the Scrum Master, right? For the Scrum Master payment, it's a 1 month program. So what you have is just a one-time payment, right? What you have is just a one-time payment. What you are paying now, right now, you can pay a minimum of 350,000 naira. You are paying in naira, depending on the currency you are going to pay with. You see the minimum amount you can pay currently, and then before the program starts on the 8th of June, all you need to do is to balance up, and then case closed. You'll have access, premium access to all the materials, including a lifetime access to all your recordings and all the other additional employability um, services that we offer here at Analytics, right? So enter your first name, your last name, your email, your gender, click next. Read the terms and condition, agree. If not, you contact us. Okay, click next, and then you select the date you make payment, and then upload that screenshot that you took, which was the main reason why you came here, right? So upload the screenshot, and then what's your mode of payment? Did you make a bank transfer? Did you use the Mainstack website, which I just used? Click next. And okay, it's asking me to fill in the date. So I'll just click on the calendar here, select today's date so that I can proceed. Okay, I'm not gonna. Okay, so I'll just click on next while filling the attendance form. I saw there's another class in July. If I make payments now, can I start in July? Yes, absolutely. You can defer to start in the next month. Okay. And the good thing about making the payments now is that should there be any price change for next month, okay, should there be any price change next month, it won't affect you because you have committed to make payments this month. Okay. So you have committed to make payments this month. So um, that's one of the things that you can also do to answer your question, Isaac. So click next is asking me to add a file. So it's very intuitive. After this one, click next, and it's just you confirming. So we'll have your payment receipt in our records, and we can then confirm your payment, send you a welcome kit, and you are officially a Forever Analytics member. Okay, so and that's how you go through making payments. Okay, so now let me just show you a bit of. I can scan this code also. I'll send this to you after the call, provided you filled the attendance form. So you want to fill in the attendance form if you haven't already, so that you can get this slide, or you can scan the QR code on my screen now to proceed to make payments. Okay, I'll just give us 10 seconds to do that. All right, so let's go to the next one. So if you are still looking for more reasons why you need to join the analytics, I have more. Okay, and I'll give you. Okay, I have more and I'll give you. Now, the reason why we've succeeded so much over the course of past 3 years or 4 years of our existence is that we've been able to master the art of, of facilitating and helping people, especially people of the Black community, to get to the tech space. That's because we understand, we understand, the pain points. We know those hurdles that you naturally face whenever you try to either self-learn or use YouTube, and all of those other resources, right? When you don't have an actual interaction with the facilitator, an experienced facilitator for that matter. So we bring on board, you know, uh, industry experts that would give you that real world experience. So you have the opportunity to perform on the job because you have the actual experience needed on that job, right? So, and that's how we've been able to help 2,000 plus participants to get job, to transition and get a job tech ecosystem, right? Then it's a blended training program where it's not just all live classes, right? So you'll have the opportunity to, practice during the week. You have what we call drop-in sessions during the week. So if something was taught in class during the weekend and you didn't really understand, join a 1 hour session. Okay, it's not compulsory, just for those who are, have one or two questions to ask, and you get to ask your questions to your facilitator, and they give you answers. Okay, you'd also be in a WhatsApp group, a closed WhatsApp group with your facilitator where you get to ask your question. So you don't even have to wait till the drop-in session during the week. You can ask your question right there. You have a program coordinator who is always willing to help out. Okay, and that's how we blended the training program to ensure that all learning types are accommodated. And then we have sessions that spoke about the additional employability sessions, your CV review, your LinkedIn optimization, you know, helping you to prepare for interviews and even more. And this is how we've been able to, help people to get into the tech space. And I've left this here for you as an appetizer, right? So I spoke about freelancing and getting remote jobs. I talked about Upwork, for example. You want to know how you can earn in dollars remotely for those of us in Africa currently. And even if you are in the diaspora, take for example, you're in the UK, you can actually work for organizations in the US remotely. And that alleviates that, 20 hours barrier that you always have when you are, especially if you are studying currently in the UK. Okay. So I've kept the link here, so all you need to do is to click to watch. All right. So and some of the sites you can get jobs in. Josephine talked about this: LinkedIn, Built-in, Glassdoor, Upwork. So I'll just bring up one of them to show you. So I'll bring up one of them to show you. Okay, let's just go to LinkedIn, for example. Let's go to LinkedIn. Let's go to LinkedIn. Okay, let's go to LinkedIn. So I'll show you exactly what it looks like. All right. So that's my profile there. I'll just go to jobs. I'll go to jobs. And then, yeah, then I'll type Scrum Master. Can you see? Scrum Master, Agile methodology. So I'll just click on Scrum Master. Okay. These are tons of jobs. We all know MasterCard, correct? If you don't know any organization, you should know MasterCard. Okay, they are currently recruiting for a Scrum Master. Okay, and you can see so many job opportunities. 6 days ago, 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Okay, 1 day ago, Scrum Master, and this is telling me that somebody from my alma mater works here, right? So now this is just LinkedIn alone, just LinkedIn alone. And you can further tailor this to your own location. For example, let's say you're in the UK, just for example, you're in the United Kingdom. You can search to filter for jobs in the United Kingdom. Okay, and you see them, you see all of them. Okay, you see all of them, you can see the job description. Okay, you can see the job description talking about focusing on the need of the team. Can you see key responsibilities? focusing on the needs of the team and customer to create a collaborative, the needs of the team and the customer to create a collaborative and psychologically safe environment. So this is one of the things that further explains your job as a servant leader, right? So coaching, okay, establishing an embedded Scrum and embedding Scrum values and principles. We all mentioned Scrum values earlier today, right? Encouraging organizational change to support business agility, agile. Okay, so these are, you can read through these, go through them. Do they have the salary? Yeah. For some of them, they'll put the salary that you should expect. Some of them will tell you during the interview. Okay, so feel free, go through them. This is just LinkedIn. You can go to Built-in. You can go to Built-in. Okay, Built-in. Top remote jobs. So you want to work remotely from the comfort of your homes. Go to Built-in. Okay, type Master, Scrum Master. Okay, Scrum Master. You can see remote. Uh, I'll just cancel this for now. You know, I can just change this to, let's look at the United States. Okay, all right, fantastic. So you can see Scrum Master 2 posted 20 hours ago. 20 hours ago. Guys, can you see the annual pay? I didn't put it there, guys. Can we see that? Can we all see the annual pay, guys? 82 to 160K annually. That's straight up six figure, depending on your experience, right? So for some of them, they'll put the annual pay, some they don't. Posted nine days ago, 11 days ago. You can see lead Scrum Master, fully remote, Scrum Master Enterprise application. They have different name, delivery manager, Scrum Master. Okay, so anticipated. So go through all of them, agile coach, senior associate. So these are sites where you can see agile project manager. Josephine talked about other names that a scrum master is called. So busy yourself with this, go through them and see what the career path you have are waiting in front of you. So I'll share these slides with you. Okay, I'll share these slides with you guys so that you can actually go through them in your free time. Okay, in your free time. So we also have a track record of impact that we've made on the general society and Africa at large. So helped people get jobs across multiple continents, hosted series of hackathons, and this is in 2023, right? So, and I've also included here amazing success stories of people who joined our training program here at Analytics and were able to get a job. So I want you to go through this thoroughly, thoroughly. Each of them, I've kept the link here for you to watch their videos. Okay, so you hear from them directly and you hear from the horse's mouth. What do we do about the number of years of experience, considering the fact that we might just be starting out? Absolutely. Let me answer a question very, very simply, Isaac. It's very simple. You might have worked somewhere before. Take, for example, maybe you've not even worked. Let me even assume you've not worked. Or let's say you run a business or you bake cakes, right? You bake cakes, okay? You bake cakes, right? You can say that, oh, you worked in an organization, okay, a manufacturing organization, and then you were hired as a scrum master to manage a project for that particular organization. They wanted to develop a platform to make it easier for clients to place their orders for their cakes. And you were the scrum master, and while you were there, you ensured that all your scrum team members understood the agile process, understood the scrum values. You saw what was displayed in the job description I shared earlier. So you start to that's where this is how you recouch your previous experience, okay, to suit the career path you are going into. So having done that, you can gain like 1 or 2 years of experience. Add it, even 3 years of experience, right? So depending on the number of experience required for that role. So, and this is how you recouch your prior experience and you go into the career path you're looking to transition into. These are things that myself, I didn't know many years back, made it so difficult for me to transition to the tech space. So just to answer your question, um, Isaac, so I want you to listen to these people. These guys didn't have any prior knowledge in tech, and they were able to land their first job in their desired career path. Listen to every, I would have loved to play each of them for you, but I don't need to do that. In as much as you filled in the attendance form and you'll be getting this slide. There are dozens of them. You can go to our YouTube page. There are so many of them there. Our Instagram page. You can listen to these guys, fantastic guys, and you can be one of them as well. So I'll just take I don't know, Josephine. I'll be able to take one question from our audience, one question. Oh, okay, somebody mentioned that. I think somebody mentioned that, oh, how did you transition yourself? So maybe you can spend like next 2 minutes. Just tell us a bit about how you were also able to, make that switch.
Okay, cool. All right, so I started out my career as a digital marketer and content writer. Okay, so it wasn't anything tech. And when I studied, what I studied in school was public administration. So while I was writing as a content writer, a tech organization, and then my supervisor reached out to me one day and said, okay, just we need to start incorporating Scrum into what we're doing across all boards, social media, and
So sorry,
everything that
just
we
I'm not sure whether it's just me. I think
my network. Can you hear me? Gosh,
okay.
I know this network allows me to stay on.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry about that. Okay. So could you
all
just
right.
maybe just say it again? Well, guys, type one in the
So
chat if we can get type one in the chat.
yeah, if you can hear me, just put something down on the chat. So I actually transitioned where my boss said, okay, you know what, as a content writer, they want me to start writing Scrum and put it across social media. So I started writing Scrum. First, I went to a learning platform and I went there to start understanding things about Scrum, but it was really confusing. Okay. So I went to YouTube. So I wish I had platforms like this that are willing to train, give you hands-on experience and all of that. So it was really hard. Went to YouTube and straightforward. And I already had some transferable soft skills. So the good thing about Scrum is that they are soft skills that you learn for. They are those transferable soft skills. And I love leadership. So it was just easy to blend in as a Scrum Master. So what again, as a Scrum Master, even before you get a job, you can apply Scrum in where you're currently working, which is what I did. Understanding the principle, I was applying it in that organization. The daily standard. Scrum talks about the daily standard, which is 15 minutes. So I changed the morning. But over time, they saw that, I mean, all the things I was introducing into the organization was productive, and they gave me a chance. Okay, get to manage some very mini projects. From there, transition into managing bigger projects. And I, grew and left the organization. And it was, I didn't have the opportunity a lot of people have on this call, which is a fantastic hero level, and then give you complete hands-on training. So really running at this time. I really want to take some questions I saw on the comment box, on the comment section. Exactly. Philip, pray for me. Pray for me right now. The network is not even helping. And then the weather this what is from and daily stand up being one and the same thing. Okay, but in the Scrum guide, we recognize it as the daily Scrum. But in organizations, they're going to be hearing we're having a stand up, we're having a stand up. It's one and the same thing. It's 15 minutes time. your questions in the chat, excuse me, in the chat box, I can take them. I'm trying to scroll up to see if I can find those questions that you asked and then try to answer some of them. So I see questions by Jacqueline says, what do we do about the number of years experience, considering the fact that we might just be starting out in this career path? That's exactly what, very beautiful question, Jacqueline. That's exactly what analytics is about. We know you don't have experience. This is where you get, first of all, the training gives you opportunity to get hands-on experience. Hands-on means that you're going to work on real-life projects. You're going to understand how to work with the project management tool. As the Scrum Master, your tool is the project management tool. Just like being a plumber, you have tools. Every career path has got tools. So one of your tools is going to be Jira, that is very popular. That's what we're going to use. And Jira is popular. The understanding of Jira, you can do other things. Okay? So, and then you have opportunity to intern with analytics, where in your CV, you have bragging rights that you work with analytics. And of course, this is the things that you've experienced. So analytics is going to offer you that on this Scrum to join the trade, which I'm looking forward to see a whole lot of opportunities. We're going to have 12 times by community. So I'm scrolling up to see if I can see more questions. So if you have your questions, you place them back on the comment section and I will take them. So I know we asked a lot of questions. Try to go up to get those questions. Okay. So if you have your question, just quickly paste them on the comment section. And I know Suleiman has done good justice to explain what the expectations are if you join the cohort. Okay, so are we going to be provided with hands-on experience? So Jacqueline is still asking something like an internship. Exactly, like I said, this is all the value that you get and even then aside that, being part of the analytics community. So even when you're done with your cohort, you get to be part of the community for life. So even get a job as a Scrum Master, you have a community where you can still ask questions and, just get led by the hand in anything that you need within the Agile Scrum community. So that to me is awesome. All right. Now, Alim Nichi, sorry if I don't get to answer correctly. I heard that the Scrum Master is the servant leader. This is a question I was looking forward to. I've heard that a Scrum Master is the servant leader. From your analysis, you make the Scrum Master look like the almighty leader. How do you relate? Good question. Okay, so in every career path, there are leadership roles. So Scrum Master is the servant leader, and that has been misconstrued. Okay, a lot of people think that being a servant, go and buy this, go and buy that, come here, write this, write that. A servant leadership style is that there are different kinds of leadership style, rather than the democratic, the autocratic, there's a whole lot. But what makes the Scrum Masters do that? As a servant leader, you're empathetic, you're a good communicator, you have good listening skills, you are persuasive. We basically do what your Instagram influencers do. The Instagram influencers look like this and that. They are not actually forcing your hand to buy this, but they are persuading you. They are influencing you to act in a certain way. And all of us have been influenced in one way or the other. So as a Scrum Master, you're not a servant to anybody because the Scrum team is self-managing. There is no much time. So join the cohort. Like I said, swell time, joining my cohort, and I will explain servant leadership. And no, the Scrum Master is not a master of nobody. You are a master of Scrum. You are not a master to boss anybody around. You are a master of Scrum. You know Scrum end to end. Okay. So I think your question, Mohammed, can I go through one or two questions?
I think you've taken. Sorry, can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I think you've taken. You even answered questions that I had answered earlier. So I think you've done justice to that. And I think we all had a great session. I enjoyed the session myself. I'm sure you enjoyed the session, and all the guests we have on the call. So I think this is where we would start to call it a day. All right. So Philip, fantastic, great. So this is the training program for you. Okay, you would have a lot of transferable skills that you can bring on board. So fantastic one, Philip. So we also have, if you have filled in the attendance form, you'd get the opportunity to also meet with us later during the week to ask your questions. So that session will be Q&A, where you get to ask any questions you have around Scrum or any other program you think you're interested in. And myself and my team will be around to, give you answers to those questions. So cheers, guys. If you enjoyed the session, type a yeah in the chat and we can call it a day. Type a yeah in the chat, then we start to call it a day. Okay, fantastic. Jacqueline, Isaac. So I hope to see you guys during the clarity session where you get to ask your question. Okay. Cheers, guys, and have a wonderful weekend ahead.